Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys. And yes guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played Burnley guys, away from home at Turf Moor guys, where we saw Manchester United scrape a 1-0 win from home as well. We're back to winning ways. We needed to win. It was a must 3 points. It was one of those sort of games where we had to win. We lost the last 3 or 4 games, so we had to win this game, and are under massive pressure to get a win in this game, but we did it. Well done to the players. But anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. So we made 2 changes from last game against Brighton and Hove Albion. Talking about starting 11, so we started with Onana, Dalot, Lindelof, Evans, Reguilon, Casemiro, McTominay, Fernandes, Mabry, Rashford and Højlund. Getting into the overall reaction now. Fernandes' stunner helps Man United to win at Burnley. Back to winning ways. It wasn't easy. We won ugly. We will take it. It wasn't a great performance. We needed to win. We made it hard work for ourselves. We got the job done. We found a way to win. We had to dig deep. We had to hang in there. We showed the fighting spirit. We showed great character. It was a good start. Burnley made an early mistake. United should have scored. We were keeping possession as well. Burnley upped the energy and tempo. It was competitive. United had a few good chances. A good bit of pressure by Burnley. Burnley had a chance. Good save by Onana. Burnley putting good pressure on. United very flat-footed and no energy. United stayed patient. Burnley had another good chance. Burnley should be 1-0 up. Burnley bringing a very proactive approach. Burnley trying to exploit United's fragile defence. Johnny Evans scored a header for 1-0 but ruled offside. It was end-to-end open game. A few loose balls by United. Both sides have had their chances. It was a tight game and tactical as well. Not much in it between both teams. Burnley dominated possession. Brilliant ball by Evans to Fernandes. Fernandes scores for 1-0. First half, disappointing, but I think it was okay. United need to game manage and kill off the game. United can't afford to make mistakes. Burnley will be looking to get themselves back in the game. United on the front foot. Højlund should have scored to make it 2-0. United keeping it tight defensively. Burnley are having more possession. Burnley are looking where to hurt United. Burnley showing good passages of play, but don't have that end product. And they're making some good saves and big moments. United creating a few good chances, just need to convert them. United trying to show intent on the ball. Burnley have freshened the team up. It's been very cagey. Burnley having opportunities. Burnley are trying to get in behind United. Burnley are trying to cause United problems. When United get possession, we need to try and keep hold of it. Ten Hag made personnel changes. Burnley are making it difficult for United to get in between the lines. United need to hang in there. United got possession the last 5 minutes to go. United having to dig deep. Couldn't afford to make a mistake. It was all about game management and decision making. We need to build on this now. Good to get our confidence back. We'll need to be more consistent. Let's get some momentum going now. First half disappointing. Second half was okay. Overall iffy performance. Win done. 3 points done. And clean sheet done. Anyway guys, let's get straight to today's video. What did I make of the performance? I think overall it was an okay, alright performance by Manchester United. At the same time, I would say it was a bit of an iffy performance by Manchester United. It wasn't a great performance by Manchester United, but in these certain games, going up against Burnley, a tough place to go and win. You need to win the game. You need to bounce back. You need to get back to winning ways. You need the 3 points. It was massive 3 points. Got to be beating the lesser teams like Burnley as well. I think it was a great win for United, but performance-wise was not good yet again. But hopefully, it's a work in progress by Manchester United. Getting there. We've had to take our losses over the last couple of games as well. Coming into this game against Burnley, it was a must win for Manchester United. We had to get the 3 points here. We couldn't afford to draw or lose this game, so we only had one thing to do here, and that was to win. Fine margins as well in this game as well. Only 1 goal in it as well. It was all about whoever takes that chance was going to win the game, and it went United's way. United found the back of the net. Burnley couldn't. Obviously, Burnley have still got a problem finding the back of the net, struggling to score goals at this moment in time. 4 goals in the space of 6 games. Struggling Burnley to score goals at the minute. I mean, at the end of the day, United needed to come into this game. We knew what was at stake here. It was a Lancashire derby. We had to give it everything ourselves. We had to win it ugly. It wasn't easy. I think they made it difficult for us, Burnley, but we'll take it at the end of the day. We needed to win. We made it hard work for ourselves at times, but we got the job done. We found a way to win. We've got to do that against teams like that, but we had to really dig deep in this game. Really dig deep in this, and we had to hang in there. It's not nice try and hang out a 1-0 win. Try keep that 1-0 win when you try and want to kill the game off with a second goal as well. But I thought we showed great fighting spirit and we showed great character towards the end of the game. It was a much needed win by Manchester United. We had to win this game against Burnley. Massive pressure was on us to win this game, so we had to win this game. Just about got the job done. We need to make these games a little bit more easier for ourselves by performing much better. I know we're better than this. Hopefully it's just a work in progress, but hopefully with the return of our injuries coming back, hopefully soon now as well, coming back into the fold, hopefully they'll try kick on our season now as well. We can start collectively performing a lot more better now in the next couple of games. Hopefully we'll finally get up to scratch. Much needed win, much needed victory that we needed. Nice to get a clean sheet as well. Second clean sheet for Onana as well. Obviously Onana's been under massive criticism over the last couple of games. Job done. We got the 3 points. We got a win. I thought it was an okay start by Manchester United. I think it was a good start by Man United. I thought Burnley, we sort of, it's not been the last couple of games where we've been performing well for the first 20-25 minutes and we've not been able to score a goal. But in this game, I think it was a little bit more, a bit more of a tight game. United just had that clinical edge just to get over the line in this game. Obviously, over the last couple of games, United have been sort of performing well for the last sort of opening 20-25 minutes, and then we've not been able to score a goal, and then the opposition's been scoring a goal. So I think the one thing that United did well in this game was that, we made no mistakes. We kept it really good at the back there. A very good defensive back line as well. I think with Johnny Evans coming into the fold with a lot of experience and obviously would bring a good organisation to our back line as well, which we needed as well. So I thought that was needed in a game like this. But also, at the same time, we could have been a bit better. Offensively, we could have been a little bit more ruthless, a little bit more aggressive in our approach as well. But obviously, Burnley made an early mistake. United should have really capitalised on that as well. But I thought we kept possession really well for the opening sort of, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. But then I think, with Burnley, though, we expected them to have more possession. I think that was expected. Burnley, but I thought Burnley sort of did take the game to us. They upped the energy and the tempo and the intensity. It was competitive as well. I thought United had a few good chances in the game that we should have took as well. But I thought there was some good pressure by Burnley. When Burnley came on the attack, they were very good. They had their moments, they had their opportunities as well. Onana made a few good saves in the first half. They put some good pressure on United. I think United needed to, had to ask more questions than answers as well. But I thought we were very flat-footed, and there was just no energy by United at first. But I think United needed just to stay patient in this game as well, and our chance was going to come. And Burnley had another good chance. They should have been 1-0 up. I think they hit the post in that chance as well. Burnley bringing a very proactive approach on the front foot as well. Burnley trying to exploit United's fragile defence as well. Johnny Evans, I think United, yet again, just comes from nothing. Individual brilliance, but hopefully it will come for him soon. But Johnny Evans scored a great header for 1-0, but was ruled offside by Højlund. Which was a little bit unfortunate, to be honest, because I thought it was a good goal, and obviously Ten Hag was not happy with that decision as well. But I thought it was end-to-end. It was an open game. There was a few loose balls by United. I think we gave possession away too easily to Burnley as well, which we've got to sort of cut that out now as well. But I thought both sides had their chances. Obviously, it was a tight game. It was tight and tactical as well, but I don't think there was much in it between the both teams. I think both teams had the chances. It was all about who could take that chance as well, and obviously Burnley had dominated in terms of possession, which we expected, but a brilliant ball by Johnny Evans to Fernandes. Fernandes scores for 1-0. Obviously, first half, this was maybe disappointing by United. I think you would have said if we wouldn't have scored that, it was disappointing, but at the end of the day, I think you would say a good time to get a goal. So I think it was an okay first half in the end, but disappointing at the same time and a little bit frustrating as well. I think, and then in the second half, United needed to go into that second half thinking, right, we need to game manage this now. We need to kill off this game as soon as we can with a second goal. But obviously then Burnley were trying to look to get themselves back in the game. It's still at 1-0, you're still in the game. United sort of came out on the front foot in the first sort of 5 minutes as well, 5-7 minutes. Højlund, I thought there was a great opportunity yet again. I thought there was some decent crosses by Dalot as well. that we just couldn't get on the end of as well. You know, Højlund should have scored to make it 2-0. United kept it tight at the back defensively very well. What I liked in this game as well, which I really it must have been something that they talked about in the halftime team talk, was the fact that we played our back four, and obviously we had Casemiro, obviously protecting the back four, but Casemiro liked also dropping back deep and helping in the defensive work as well, which obviously allowed us to play with a bit of a five at the back as well to keep it tight and more compact as well in that game as well, which I think sort of helped United in a way, because I think, they were trying to find their openings, Burnley as well. But, United, obviously Burnley were having more possession, they were looking to where to hurt United, and I think that was where, when we played that back five, they struggled to find their openings then as well. But, I thought Burnley showed good passages of play, but they just didn't have the end product, and they just couldn't find the back of the net. Onana made some good saves in big moments. United creating a few good chances. We just need to convert them. United trying to show the intent on the ball towards the end of the game, and obviously that was where you're on the edge of the seat thinking, come on, we need this win as well. So, I thought Burnley freshened the team up. It had been very cagey as well. I thought Burnley had their opportunities as well. Burnley trying to get beyond United. They had one good chance where Jay Rodriguez got a shot on target, but Onana saved it. I think that was their only best chance in that game, to be honest with you. And they just didn't take it. And Burnley are trying to cause United problems. When United sort of get possession, we need to try keep hold of it as well. Ten Hag made some changes as well. Varane coming on and Amrabat coming on as well. Burnley making it difficult for United to get in between the lines. United need to hang in there. And, United kept possession in the last sort of 5 minutes as well. And we had to really dig deep towards the end of the game as well. And we were trying to grind out and hold out on this 1-0 lead as well, which is not what you want to keep doing all the time. But we couldn't afford to make a mistake. And then it was all about the game management and the decision making. But we want to take that momentum on now. And we want to take that confidence. And we want to build on this now. And obviously it wasn't a pretty performance, but we'll take it. And at the end of the day, I thought we did a fantastic job at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, it's a win, it's 3 points, and it's a clean sheet as well. Overall, it's not easy going to Turf Moor. Coming into this game, we needed to win this game. We're back to winning ways. The performance wasn't great. We won the game ugly. Burnley weren't much better either, but we got the win, the 3 points, and the clean sheet. I think that's what it's all about, to be honest. We're under massive pressure. We obviously lost the last sort of 4 games coming into this one as well. 3-4 games. Going into this one against Burnley, we knew it was not going to be easy to go away to Burnley and get a result. Obviously, it's a Lancashire derby. We knew that Burnley were going to give it everything that they've got as well. I think coming into this game, what sort of helped United in a way was obviously, Burnley were not that great either. I think they were there for the taking. Obviously, Burnley struggling to score goals as well. 4 goals in the last 6 games now for that. Struggling to find the goal at the minute as well themselves, and they just don't have that prolific goal scorer at the minute. Prolific number 9 can really score goals for them. I think that's something that they've got to address. But at the end of the day, I think coming into the game like this against Burnley, it was a must win. We had to get the 3 points. We couldn't afford to drop points in this one. We couldn't afford to draw or lose this. It's a matter of fact, when we can get better now as well, and when we can kick on and definitely put in some better performances in as well. So hopefully it will come now with our injured players coming back now that can help this United team push on and definitely develop, improve, and hopefully push on. And obviously we've got some winnable games coming up now as well. We've got to take that into hindsight as well. Going into a game like this, yep, we're under massive pressure. We had to win. Obviously nice clean sheet for Onana as well. Like I said before, he was under massive criticism coming into this game. In recent games, we've been conceding way too many goals as well. Conceded 3 to Arsenal, conceded 3 to Brighton, conceded 4 to Bayern. The defence was fragile, but we kept it tight and compact, and we did our job here against Burnley. It wasn't easy, and we did our job here. I think we maybe got away with one, got a little bit of luck, found the back of the net. They're struggling to find the back of the net at the minute. We take it, not a great performance, but hopefully we can sort of build on this now and hopefully get our confidence back. We want to be more consistent. Let's keep it going at the end of the day. Johnny Evans had a great game last night. What a performance by him. He should have had a goal to his name, but what a pass to Bruno, and also a great finish by Bruno as well. What a great goal by Fernandes. It was Van Persie-esque or Rooney-esque could you say? What a goal by Fernandes. What a great time to score a goal just before half-time as well. Johnny Evans, what a performance by him. He got a lot of criticism walking back into this club as well. I think with Johnny Evans, though, as well, he brings a lot of experience to the club. Very commanding defender as well. Brings a lot of experience to this team as well. He'll guide a lot of youngsters as well on and drive them on as well. Johnny Evans is a very good defender. We know that. Yes, he's got a mistake in him as well. With him now more experienced, hopefully that might not happen now, but I think it's just a thing now for you Manchester United where we've got a win under our belts now. Let's not get too carried away, and we want to build on this now. We've got our confidence back. We want to build on this. We've got to follow it up with another win on Tuesday night against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. It's one game at a time now. We can't get too carried away. We've got some winnable games coming up, but we've got to perform much better than that, and hopefully with the injuries coming back, they can help us as well. We've got winnable games coming up now. Crystal Palace twice, Galatasaray and Brentford won't be easy, but is it the case of let's take it one game at a time now and not get carried away? Yeah, exactly. I think it's the fact that it may be let's take it one game at a time. But I think what United is, I think it's just the mentality is just not right. I think we just don't have that winning mentality to go and win the game. And obviously there's other things that let us down when we go into the next game as well. It might not only just be the mentality. The players are not showing that right. Body language, the attitude may not be right from the players as well. Other factors that sort of come into play why United are not getting these results. The likes of Brighton as well, where we could have won that. Well, we couldn't have. When you're behind, you've got to fight yourselves back. It's the fact that now, let's take it one game at a time now. Don't look too far ahead. Every game's always a tough game in the Premier League. You've got to take it one game at a time. Let's not get too carried away after one great result against Burnley. It's only fucking Burnley at the end of the day. And the most likely potentially could go down, and look at them, the rock bottom. They only have 1 point at the minute. At the end of the day, anyone can beat Burnley. Let's take it one game at a time. There's loads of games this season. We need to bring more of a winning mentality to every single game, and we have to be on top of it from minute 1 to minute 90, and we have to bring the energy. We have to be ruthless. We have to be aggressive. We've got to be on the front foot, and we've got to show it. We've got to give it back to the fans as well. We've just got to take it one game at a time and don't get too carried away on one great result, because there's many games that are going to be coming around where you get too carried away after one great game and then you don't show it and you don't follow it up in the next games. Who is my man of the match? I thought there were some players that had a decent game, to be honest. I thought Onana had a very good game, obviously kept a clean sheet. Dello, he had a good game. I thought Lindelof, an okay game. I thought Evans had a brilliant game. I thought Reguilon was good. I thought Casemiro was good. I thought he had an alright game as well. I thought McTominay, okay, not too bad. Fernandes was good for the goal. Mabry had a brilliant game as well. Rashford just not there at the races at the minute, and Højlund tried as well. Should have had a goal to his name in this one, but will come for him. It will come for him. I'm going to give this to Johnny Evans. What a performance by him. Obviously Bruno with a goal, but more or less Johnny Evans deserved the man of the match. What a performance by him. Great assist. Should have had a goal to his name, and that would have completed it for him as well, definitely, for sure. How do we beat Crystal Palace? Obviously we've got Crystal Palace in our next game on the weekend on Saturday, obviously coming into this game against Crystal Palace. I think in a game like this against Crystal Palace, obviously we've got them twice this week. Obviously we play them in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday night. If Palace lose at midweek, they're going to want to bring more of a winning mentality. They'll want to get revenge. They want to get their own back as well. I think coming into this game against Crystal Palace, I think what to expect is Ten Hag's going to be resting mainly most of the first team on Tuesday. They'll be well rested. They'll bring lots of energy as well against Crystal Palace. Against Crystal Palace, we know that they're our bogey team. They're a very good team. Obviously, Roy Hodgson, very good manager as well. A lot of possession as well themselves. They've been inconsistent in the last couple of games as well. Obviously, winning one, drawing one, and losing one, which they've done as well. So they've only won 2 games out of the 6 as well. So I think they're struggling for form, struggling for confidence at the minute as well. I think Crystal Palace is going to be another game for United where you're going to have to say it's going to be another must-win game. We can't afford to lose this one. We need to get the 3 points here. Having any chance of getting top 4, you've got to win these sort of games against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, obviously, if they lose midweek, they want to bring more of a fighting spirit about themselves. They want to show the character and they'll fight a bit more in this game. I think United have a well-rested team that'll bring the energy against Crystal Palace, and hopefully United will approach this game with a lot of possession on the front foot. Got to take the game to them. They'll play with a low block as well. It'll be all down to what United do in terms of in our play and how we want to play in this game against Crystal Palace. Obviously what Ten Hag wants to see in a game like how he wants to play a lot of possession on the front foot, proactive, playing with initiative. But then it's what you've got to do in and out of possession. When you're in with possession, we need to be ruthless, we need to be relentless, we need to be aggressive, high intensity, high tempo. Got to bring the energy about of ourselves as well. Palace is no other team, only just grind it out last year. We're 2-1. We've got to bring our A game against Crystal Palace. They're a very good team, Crystal Palace. They always do. So, they've got a lot of pace. They've got some brilliant players as well. So we have to be aware of that, and we have to be ready. So, yeah, we need to go in with the right mentality, the right mindset. Obviously, must-win game. You can't afford to lose this game against Crystal Palace. You've got to win this game against Crystal Palace without a doubt. So we can't afford to lose this game against Crystal Palace, and we've got to win here against Crystal Palace without a doubt. But yeah, I think Crystal Palace, they're inconsistent. They're our bogey team. They're not scoring many goals at the minute, but they've got injuries as well to big players as well. But they're a young, hungry side at the minute as well. But they're low in confidence. I think they'll be there for the taking as well. They've won 2 games out of the 6. They'll play out from the back. They'll be more open, and they'll be more open, and they'll play expansive football. They're a very physical side. They'll be well organised, well drilled, very direct. They'll play with width. They're a threat on set pieces. They'll like to come back inside. They'll like to come forward. They'll make runs in from behind, get between the lines. The front three have got a lot of pace. They'll try to capitalise on mistakes. They'll bring the energy. They'll play the high intensity, high tempo. They'll fight. They will show the work rate, the work ethic, and character as well. They'll put us under pressure, and they'll give it everything that they've got, and it'll be their FA Cup final as well. But we've got to defend properly. We've got to be defensively organised. Got to keep it tight and compact, defensively frustrate them. We need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances, take your chances, be clinical, get the crosses into the box, drag them out of position, be brave, take risks. Set pieces could come into play. We need to play with width, get between the lines, got to close them down, don't let them get back in the game, don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit, character, and fight. We've got to do the basics right. Game management and decision making will be key in a game like this. Got to get tight, don't let them get a shot off. Sustain your attacks, do the basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls, and win your duels. Put them on the back foot, keep possession. Fullbacks have got to be effective, force them to make mistakes, put them under pressure. Don't let the wingers cut back inside, don't afford to make mistakes. Make the runs in from behind, don't get pulled out of position, be explosive, and keep Mateta quiet. Getting into the goals now. First goal, great ball by Evans. Fernandes got behind, and it was Van Persie-esque on the volley, and scores for 1-0. What a goal it was. The stats now: possession for Burnley, it was 61.8%, and for Man United it was 38.2%. Goals for Burnley, it was 0, and for Man United it was 1. Total shots for Burnley, it was 12, and for Man United it was 11. Shots on target for Burnley, it was 4, and for Man United it was 4. Accuracy for Burnley, it was 33.3%, and for Man United it was 36.4%. Shots inside the box for Burnley, it was 8, and for Man United it was 8. Shots inside the box for Burnley, it was 4, and for Man United it was 3. Total passes for Burnley, it was 647 passes. For Man United it was 403 passes. The pass accuracy for Burnley was 88.4%, and for Man United it was 79.9%. Getting into the substitutions now. Regular one, Ethel Varane, talk about Sergio's performance. Delivered one of United's best corners in recent memory. The Evans headed in. Alas, it was offside. Maintained his general performance level. Came off injured. Evans went off at Amrabat. Talk about Johnny's performance. A continuous selection in his first United start since March 2015, but he had a disallowed goal and a brilliant foul. Fernandes, the first goal, managed the game well. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace. Palace are 10th in the league. Look, at the end of the day, like I just said before, playing Crystal Palace on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup. I expect Manchester United to beat Crystal Palace on Tuesday night, and we'll be looking to keep up that confidence and that momentum going as well, going on to the weekend against Crystal Palace. It's a must-win game for Manchester United. We've got to get the 3 points here against Crystal Palace without a doubt. We can't draw or lose this game at home. We need to sort of get back to winning ways at home as well for Manchester United as well. We need to be ready for a game like this against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace will be giving some opportunities to some of their players in the Carabao Cup midweek. United will play with a much-changed team as well, and Howe's going to rest some of his players as well. I think it'll be a well-rested team that'll bring a lot of energy against Crystal Palace on Saturday against Crystal Palace. It's the fact that we've got to get a result Tuesday against Crystal Palace, knock them out in the Carabao Cup. United are defending it as well, so we can't afford to lose at home as well to Crystal Palace. At the end of the day, they've got injuries, Crystal Palace, and I think United say, injuries is going to be the concern for them, because they will bring a game plan, they will be up for it, it'll be their FA Cup final, they'll give it everything that they've got, and I think if they lose midweek, they'll be motivated more than ever to go and win on the weekend. I think it's the fact that of how well United can go into the right mentality, the right mindset. We've got to bring a winner's mentality. We've got to prepare well for a game like this against Crystal Palace. Some good time to prepare for this game against Crystal Palace. It'll be a well-rested United side. We'll be bringing lots of energy. We want to get on the front foot. I think Ten Hag's going to want to see a complete performance, what he wants to see against Crystal Palace, the way how he wants to play his football as well, with a lot of possession. And I expect United to have a lot of possession on the front foot. Be proactive, play with initiative. The right decision making, game management needs to be vital in a game like this against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are going to play with a low block as well. They frustrate United as much as they can though as well. So Crystal Palace will come into this game, they'll want to frustrate United, they'll come with a game plan themselves. We know that they're inconsistent at the minute as well. They're our bogey team as well. Perform well for a full 90 minutes, from minute 1 to minute 90. They're a young and hungry side. They might be low in confidence at the minute, but they're trying to find that right now as well. And I do think this Crystal Palace team will be there for the taking yet again. United can really hurt this Crystal Palace side if we get on the front foot, bring the energy about us, high intensity, high tempo, be aggressive, be ruthless, get in between the lines, get in behind them as well. It's all about if we can get the first goal against Crystal Palace, the first crucial goal against Crystal Palace, we want to then control, dominate the game, be more conservative, definitely game manage the game properly, hopefully keep a clean sheet in a game like this against Crystal Palace. They're a good team, Crystal Palace. I think Roy Hodgson's a brilliant manager as well. We want to bring more of a nasty Manchester United. We want to be aggressive, ruthless, relentless, and take the game more to Crystal Palace, and we don't want to be saving energy for midweek against Galatasaray. You've got to focus on the job here against Crystal Palace. They're a good team. They're well drilled, they're well organised, and we have to be aware of that as well. They'll be more open and more expansive in a way. They like to keep possession. It's all about how we want to regain that possession back. We want to play a little bit more courage about ourselves. We've got to show that intent about us. We've got to show that conviction about us. That's what Ten Hag's going to want to see from this United team, definitely for sure. And also in a game like this against Crystal Palace, you've got to turn up, you've got to play well for a full 90 minutes as well. I think United want to be more in a good mood and also in a good way how we want to play in this game against Crystal Palace. Be more relaxed. We should be okay in a game like this against Crystal Palace, but if we can score the first goal, the fans will get behind the team and we'll want to score more goals. Get the first goal and we'll want to build on it, definitely for sure. And once the first goal goes in, hopefully control, dominate the game and get off the game for the second goal, and then they can't get back into the game at the end of the day. Crystal Palace are scoring 1 goal per game. Crystal Palace are conceding 1.2 goals per game. Crystal Palace have played 3 games away from home. They've won 1, drew 1 and lost 1. This will be their 4th away game from home this season. Crystal Palace have won 2, drawn 2 and lost 2. They've lost to Arsenal 1-0 at home and they've lost to Villa 3-1 away from home as well. The players to look out for is Johnston, Holding, Ward, Mitchell, Guehi, Anderson, Klein, Richards, Rededeweld, Eze, Schlupp, Hughes, Decore, Rack, Saniu, Ayew, Mateta and Ebiwohi. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.